just, too far gone?
No, I wasn't even thinking about the 20 seconds. I was just thinking about my right ankle felt like throbbing, like I guess when you make a wrong pivot, you twist it like a sprain, as the doctor said. It looks like it, but he don't know. And I know I twisted it when I went out towards the ring. And my thing was, I can stand on it, but I need time to get back in the ring, and I need time to be able to see if I can box on there. And the referee asked me, or the commission asked me, and I said I can stand on it, but I just feel it burning. I have it taped up right now from the ankle up like a football player. They get a turf twist when they twist on the field. So I got a tape right now, but that's all I remember. And until Monica and everybody started saying I hit my head, they said they heard that more than they heard anything, because I just remember bouncing off the ropes, using it as a defense to bounce off the ropes and look for a counter or positioning. And I just felt his body form or whatever, just after a punch, put me out of the, I couldn't grab the rope. So I tried to, and wasn't nothing to grab. It was like sort of like a push or a body push with an elbow or forearm. And that's really all I remember, trying to grab it, and went down.
Just one other thing. Was this kid better and a bigger puncher than you had anticipated?
I knew he can punch. I mean, that's one of the reasons why I wanted to fight him. Far as chin and far as taking body shots, I think the momentum was clearly playing out into my hands. And I believe if you look at the scorecards up to the 8th round, one judge had it me, one judge had it him, and the other judge had it a draw, I believe. So, I mean, Bernard, that doesn't sound like a guy that's blowing a 51-year-old guy out. And everybody that followed me in my whole career know that I'm not a guy that win the first 4 or 5 rounds of a fight, in any fight, except for Murata Carr. So, I mean, that's just the way my fighting style has been. And I think that Joe got a little frustrated. I mean, think about it. I don't like to use age for disadvantage or advantage, but I can see a 27-year-old guy that can, like you said, punch, big, strong, and you're in there with a guy that's 51 years old. I mean, he's supposed to be frustrated 8 rounds, and he's not blowing me out. So I think he really got frustrated, and do what you can do. But I don't complain. I just let the fans see. I just let whatever take place, and whoever watch it, whoever see it, whoever governs it, then I'd rather for them to say something than me act like I'm crying and whining about something.
To your right. I know the way that the fight played out. I mean, is this the end, or do you feel that you would want to right what was wrong tonight?
Hey, listen, I'm going to say it one last time. I'm really serious about this, because as my team, not only personal team, but my team with Golden Boy, I can also say my family with HBO, all the HBO people that's backing me, behind me, and support me. Win, lose. I mean, I know y'all don't believe most fighters, and 9 out of 10 you shouldn't, but trust me, if it would have been the other way around, with no, if you want to call this a misfortune, that's what I call it, or controversy, whatever. Win, lose, Bernard, Dan Raphael. I told y'all both the same thing, even though y'all didn't ask the question. But I told the main writers in boxing, Ron Burgess. I mean, when you talk about those three names, win, lose, or draw, or controversy. I said that, y'all. And that's it. I mean, y'all can keep asking me. I'm not getting, trust me, I'll just tell you the same thing. But I think time is going to really say it all, because I'll be 52 in a couple of weeks, in January 15th. Then I'll be 53, God willing. And if anyone of y'all still around, I'm 60, and y'all gonna ask me if I'm gonna do one more, then that's on y'all. Because I still will look like I probably can. But I'm not. And this is the fight that I wanted, a meaningful fight, not a cherry pick. And that's why the fans love me, that's why I love the fans. Whether the East Coast, West Coast, Midwest, South, doesn't matter. I take on the baddest, the biggest in my era, and my era was gone 2 eras ago, remind you. So I have no regrets. I have no regrets. Because my team, not only Oscar De La Hoya, the Golden Boy promotion, and also HBO, Peter Nelson and all the guys, they backed me because they knew I wanted this fight. In my last and final one. And so, however it ended, I ended with a conversation. Unfortunately, it didn't go the way I wanted to go. But who would think I'd give y'all something to talk about at the end of the year to go into 2017? Whatever your opinion is about. But I'll tell you, I felt good. I felt that, like most fights that I fought, I come on at the time where I figure the puzzle out, and then I execute. Any more questions?
Bernard, you said this was the round I was going to make something happen of the 8th round. What was your plan of attack, for the fight's remaining rounds?
Thank you. Back to the body. I was hitting him with some good body shots, and I heard him respond to those good body shots. And he was missing. He was missing with most of his punches and frustrated. And I just seen him getting frustrated. And I just wanted to hang in there, weather the storm. If you can take it, you can make it. And that's all I kept saying in my mind. If you can take it, you can make it, because he based everything on a power punch. And I knew I can take a good punch. As you've seen tonight, I knew I can take a good punch. Now can he take accumulation of punches where I know if I take him in deep water, then I know I'll be able to go ahead and slow the big giant down. And he starts slowing down around the 6th and the 7th when I was cutting him to them body shots and throwing my combinations and I was getting my rhythm. I noticed that he was slowing down. I noticed his punches wasn't effective as they was the first 3 or 4 rounds. Any more? Well, I didn't know it was all over. I didn't know that if I wasn't going to get back in, that was all over. I just knew that I was either to get some time or be able to walk on it. And the commission did ask me when I would go back in the ring, and I said, yeah, but he said, can you stand on it? And I said, I feel it when I stand on it, it's thriving. And he said, well, I don't want you to go back in there. And that's when they said you can't go back in the ring. And I know how I feel when you either twist your ankle or you tweak it. So.
All right, Bernard, you've had an amazing career. Congratulations on everything you've accomplished, and we respect you and we love you. And hey, now it's time for some HBO commentating and building champions at Golden Boy Promotions. So everybody, round of applause for the champ. So thank you very much, guys. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and now we have Jordan Guardia to introduce his fighter Smith.
All right, guys, we're gonna have to clear a path completely. Excuse me, Asa.
All right, thank you all. You know, we're very, very pleased to have the opportunity to have fought Bernard Hopkins, who's a real legend. It's really something special to be and to have been able to fight in this fight.
Not off to the side, backing out, please. Guys, we just need to make room, please.
Work, all good. Yes, sit down. It's been an honor, and we applaud Bernard Hopkins for the career that he had, 4 decades of boxing, and really making some wonderful memories in the sport. And, you know, you saw tonight how the reality is that Bernard really did go out his way because he chose an opponent that he didn't have to choose in Joe Smith Jr. And we're looking forward to the future. We believe that we have the top light heavyweight for the future. And also somebody who, as you all know, is down to earth, recognizes who he is, and looks forward to keep working hard for the future as the common person actually does and everybody else does, hardworking. I'm going to just turn it over real quick to Joe, say a couple of words, and then we'll take any questions. Joe Smith, Jr.
How's it going, everybody? I hope you all enjoyed the show tonight. I just want to give a big thank you to Bernard Hopkins. You know, he's a true champion, and everyone will always remember that he's a true champion. I'd like to thank HBO, Joe DeGuardia here for Star Boxing, and my team, Jerry and Phil Capienko. I wouldn't be here today without them too. You know, all this hard work that I put in the gym, they're putting all the hard work in the gym with me and outside the gym. And, you know, because of these two, I'm here today. And, you know, I'm just happy we got the win, and you know, I'm looking forward to the next fight.
Joe, did anything surprise you about Hopkins?
Yeah, no, I mean, I was prepared for everything he had, but I was a little surprised that he was still sharp and fast, and that's pretty much it.
Did his right hand affect you?
No, but you know, it kept me aware that he did still have a little, you know, power left in there, and you know, I was, you know, preparing myself for it, and you know, being prepared to stay out of the way from it.
Thank you. Any other questions?
That was nice and short. Huh?
Thank you. Congratulations, Joe. Do you remember what your thought was when he went flying through the ropes?
Well, when I had him on the rope, I landed a clean shot, and I threw another one right behind it, and it landed, and I him falling down, and I knew I just wanted to keep letting my hands go, and I landed 3 or 4 more shots after that, and you know, I got him to fall.
Obviously, you had a job to do, and you did it very, very well. Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
But do you have mixed feelings in a way that you ended like a legend's career, especially the way it ended, you know, that kind of thing, or you just think I was doing my job and you know that's it?
Yeah, I mean, you know, it stinks that I ruined his, you know, his party, but you know, it was my coming out party. You know, I'm in here to,
Thank you so much.
you know, improve my future. So that's what I had to do that, and you know, I can't regret that.
Hey, Joe. Good job, Joe.
Thank you.
Did you, what does it mean to you that you were able to finish this guy when a guy like Sergey Kovalev was not?
It's a great feeling, you know. I know now that I am one of the hardest hitting, you know, light heavyweights in the world today, and I proved it here today, and I proved it at my last fight. You know, Stevenson couldn't stop Fonfara, Kovalev couldn't stop him, and I did it.
One more fight to get to Adonis Stevenson, or how far away do you think you are?
Well, I'm ready for whoever's next. You know, anybody they want to throw at me, I'll be ready for them.
And are you going to go back to your union job?
Yeah, I mean, if something comes up quick, I'll get right back in the gym. But, you know, I'm still going to be working out there.
Thank you. Congrats.
Any other questions?
During the press conference, and because it looked like Bernard got in your head a little bit, and I asked Joe, and he said that wasn't the case at all. Then the face-offs came, and you looked away first. Was there some slight intimidation there that you were fighting a legend and he was talking at the same time?
No, not at all. I was never intimidated. I was just, you know, I wasn't just gonna play his game and stare at him all night. You know, I'm here to fight, not have a staring contest.
Also, did you think Bernard was going to try to take this to the later rounds and try to see if you wore down because you were the bigger guy in there?
Yeah, I knew he was gonna try to take it to the later rounds and pick it up. So, you know, I wasn't trying to rush anything. I was taking my time like I said I would, and just waiting for that shot to land. And it landed, and I let my hands go right behind it.
Any other questions?
Joe, what does this victory do for Star Boxing?
Well, now they really know that they got a true champion.
Oh, it's great. It's great for Star Boxing. I mean, I believe that we really have, you know, a diamond here. Well, I have a fighter who's exciting, who's Irish American, who is to his credit, a common man who's down to earth, who, frankly, people can identify with. And on top of all of that, he's a guy who's got an exciting style. So when you take all of those things together, to me, that's more impressive than anything else that exists right now in the light heavyweight division, even including the stars that exist in that division. So it's great for Star Boxing to have somebody like Joe Smith. And I'm really proud of him. You know, he came up the hard way. He's been working every day, digging ditches, doing the things that he needs to do to support his family. And while he was doing that, crafting his profession and becoming the type of fighter that can beat a legend like Bernard Hopkins, who, as you saw tonight, was very crafty, very smart, and a real veteran. And yet, Joe still performed the way he had to perform and showed a little bit of everything. Jabs, punching power, body work, you know, calmness, patience, all the things that you look forward in a fighter. And I think he's got a great future ahead of him. Thank you. And thank you all. I want to thank Golden Boy, Oscar, Bernard, We really appreciate having this opportunity. Certainly want to thank HBO. I want to thank all the media as well, too. As we have seen now that
We're good.
when he started his career and went up to fight for Farah, he wasn't really looked at as anything, and now the media is starting to recognize that Joe Smith is really something special. So thank you all as well. And the fans. Thank all the fans.
Hello, sir. I have two.
Oh, great. Thank you.
All right. Thanks, everybody else, for coming out. Have a wonderful holiday. We'll see you in the new year.